welcome back to the Craft of Living. Back again with another unboxing from the ever lovable Amazon. And this is a new release. It just came out like a few weeks ago, I want to say. But if you're a fan of Kyle Gray, this is his newest deck right now. So this one is Gateway of Light Activation Oracle. I got this one back. Man, I got it on pre-order. I got it so many months ago that I forgot that I ordered it. In fact, I thought it was a completely different deck altogether. But I'm super excited to see this one. I've seen some of his other work, but for some reason this particular deck spoke to me before I had even known who Kyle Gray was in the industry of Oracle and Tarot cards. I have seen his other work. I must say, I don't have any of his other decks. I'm not particularly drawn 100%, although I will say that it is beautiful to a lot of his other decks. But this one, for some reason, struck me in a different way than all of his other artwork. So in the box, it says, as above, so below, so within as without, connections to heaven and earth through the stargate of your heart. So if you know anything about me or my channel, I am a big heart proponent. And as in every other unboxing I do on my channel, if you are at all like the decks that I am featuring and you're considering of getting them yourself, I invite you to click on my affiliate links. That just helps me support this channel at no additional cost to you. I think I get a very teensy-weensy percentage if you actually click my link, add it to your cart, and then go through with the sale within like a few hours of adding it to your cart. But that would help my channel a lot, and I'm trying to grow it, so that would be good. But it has an inscription on the top of the box, and it has an inscription on the bottom. Can't really see it too well, but I call forth from within the light of source. Thank you for standing at the forefront of my heart and mind. Thank you for activating the ancient wisdom of my soul. I welcome in the support of heaven, earth, the stars, light beings, and beyond. And so it is. So we have a nice thick book here. It's actually quite thick, thicker than your standard book. And he gives about, let's see, let's first look at, he has it all in an index, so that's also helpful. Table of contents right here, which is just nice when you're looking for a specific card. And then how to use your Gateway of Light Activation Oracle, activations, gateways, chakras, spiritual retreats, light beings, light codes, upgrades, and downloads. He explains all of that. And we have working with the cards, free will, and the law of attraction. Approaching with integrity, bonding with your deck, activation prayer to bond with your deck, and it has like a whole bunch of bullet points over here. It's like a step-by-step process, and then they give a prayer on bonding with your deck. Conducting oracle readings, and then it gives storing your cards, raising vibrations, shuffling and clearing your cards, reading for yourself, reading for another person, strength and challenge. He talks about reversed cards. I typically don't do reversed cards in oracles, but I guess he gives a little bit of his interpretation on reverse cards. Asking questions. He again steers from yes or no questions, which is a big thing that I am encountering with a lot of people, which is wanting a yes or no question. And you're not really going to get the most out of your oracle or your tarot decks when you're asking a yes or no question. First of all, you're limiting your pure potentiality with the yes or no question. And I'm a big believer in life operating in shades of gray. So yes or no, as much as we really want to know that stuff, kind of gives your power away. So I'm all about empowering you in my oracle readings. So 2-card spread, 3-card spread. he gives a nice gateway, stellar gateway spread. Akashic Records spread, that's interesting. And then enjoy the experience. So in his breakdown, he will give, let's see, the card, the central sun, and the description, connect, and then your message there. It's about 2 pages long, the description. So without further suspense, let's get to it. Let's check out the back of the cards first, which I'm already drawn to. It looks like a little keyhole of an oasis. And I can't tell which way it is. That's good. Okay, the rainbow's over there, so it's probably the correct way. But you really can't tell if you were going to do reversals. It is a reversible back. So it's a matte finish, in my opinion. Cardstock is about medium cardstock. Size is about not Alana Fairchild huge, meaning her decks are pretty large, but not like a playing deck of cards, a typical playing deck of cards, small. So it's a lot wider, and it is a bit longer than a regular deck. So let's check it out. I love this first one, Akashic Records. I'm big on Akashic Records. I believe each and every one of us has it that we can pull up and access. But this one says, clearing old stories, releasing past lives and freedom. I want to access my Akashic Records so that I can utilize the gifts that I earned in my past lives, especially not just intuitive gifts, but the ability to speak different languages. I really love that. Just, you know, all the things that you earned in your past life. I would like to kind of get that download. So that's my wish from Akashic Records. Akashic Stargate. This was the one that is in the advertising. So aligned with purpose, crossroads, no wrong path. I love that one because there's so much pressure on doing the right thing. Am I on the right path? Am I on the right road? Am I doing the right thing? And I like that there really is no wrong path. And if you are completely out of line, the universe has a way of getting you back in line. Very, very beautiful, rich colored pictures also. Ancestral realm. Let's get these out of the way. Karmic release, healing the lineage and boundaries. Angelic frequency, angels are here, you are safe. Potent connection. Beautiful, beautiful imagery, just beautiful. I do resonate with these ones right off the bat, I can tell. Anunnaki light codes, energetic shift, new information, end of a cycle. Ooh, Anunnaki. Now, those of you who know anything about Anunnaki, you have Enki and Enlil, who are brothers, who supposedly helped create humans. And I think Enlil is the good one. I always get them confused. Enlil is a good brother who, well, good in quotations, but good brother who wants to stand up for the humans and wants to sort of protect them, while as Enki, I liken to Loki. He's very mischievous. He likes to use humans as entertainment and playthings. And so this one should be interesting to see the description on this, Anunnaki light codes. Oh my gosh, I am a huge pasteller. And so is my sister. She's totally super into these pastels. I think that's just a gorgeous teals and the pinks and the yellows and the gold. So Arcturian light codes. This is the second deck that I have with Arcturians in it. I really love that. I love that a lot of these decks are starting to come out with these energetic beings from different galaxies and different planets. I love that that mind is sort of broadening and opening a little bit. It may not be accepted widely, but people are starting to at least hear about them. Like maybe you've heard about Syrians and Arcturians and Anunnaki, and you know, Pleiadians is the most common one you see all over YouTube. And there's a fair bit of Arcturians too, but awesome evolutionary downloads, recalling power, future thinking. The central sun, abundance, downloads, regeneration, and success. Chamber of the Violet Flame. I've been hearing a lot about the violet flame. Excuse me. Those of you that are familiar with the violet flame, leave comments down below on what your interpretation or your definition of that is. I've been finding it very intriguing. It's used for clearing or transformation. I'm not really sure, but let me know what your thoughts are on the violet flame down below. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. Crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, and miraculous energy. I'm going to skip through here for the element of surprise. Heart of Source, all-encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, serenity. Ooh, more beautiful rainbow pastels, and you got the Merkaba there. Oh, Merkaba activation, transcendence, ascension, you are rising up. So this is the sacred geometry, one of the 5 platonic solids. That this particular thing, the Merkaba, when we learn, see how there's a seed of life in here that turns into the flower of life. Well, this is our astral traveling energetic machine that we each have, and we can each kind of get rotating and spinning if we could visualize that in our hearts, because it's not a brain thing. The brain's going to get in the way, but the heart can definitely do that activation of your Merkaba. So you could snap your fingers and be on the different side of the earth in moments. It's a way to travel that the logical mind can't wrap its head around. But there are many things in this world that the logic mind has no explanation for. So this is super awesome. Love that. Pleiadian activation. Hey, we just talked about them. Coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution. I can already tell this deck is up my alley. Star gathering. Star aligned, remembering home and soul family. That's the other thing with a lot of people here in star seeds here. They get really homesick and they forget to anchor themselves on earth here because there's a mission and alignment to do here, and it gets challenging here at earth sometimes, and we just remember what home is like and we want to check out and kind of go back. But it's very important to find that connection with Mother Earth and really ground yourself into this human experience in this lifetime. Temple of Truth. This is another one that I think was on his previews. Throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. We have Thoth, light codes, light initiation, great teacher awakening, and divine magic. And lastly, we have the Venusian Galactic Council, star being guides, answer the call, time to shine. So I like that there's little prompts down here if you are a reader that just goes off of your intuition, and then these little prompts down here will really serve you well in jogging your memory on what the general feeling is of these cards. And for those of you that are like me, I really love, especially if they resonate with me. Obviously, if they don't resonate with me, I'm not going to read the definitions from the author. But I love co-collaborating with the artists of the decks because they really took a lot of energy and time to put into these descriptions, not just the art, but the descriptions too. So I love to see what resonates and what doesn't. And that's usually mixed with what I believe in my interpretation of what they're saying. That's usually the message that I will give. But let's give these a shuffle and see how they shuffle. Okay, so they have a nice bend to them. I'm not breaking my breaking my hands trying to bend them. The Duguay deck that I just bought, which is Oracle of the Angels, that one is so stiff. Oh my gosh, that takes a nice breaking in. But these feel like they're nicely broken in without being overly soft. So just give 3 little shuffles here. I'm going to do one nice little cut. They're very pliable. What is our message for this deck and the viewers today? All right, let's see what we got. Anunnaki light codes, woohoo! You can see that. I love when it's synchronistic like that. But I am going to read from the book a little bit so you can get a sample of the writing style of this deck, and you can see how it flows. So we got Anunnaki light codes. I'll bring it up a little bit so you can gaze at it while I read. The Anunnaki are a race of cosmic light beings who have been coming to Earth since ancient times. The Sumerians and the Babylonians acknowledge them as the deities who govern the space between the worlds. The divine leader of this incredible race is the goddess Ishtar, a powerful figure similar to the Egyptian goddess Isis. The Anunnaki have taken many forms throughout the ages. They have an angelic warrior-like quality and have appeared with wings, sometimes up to 4, and with an elongated head and a face similar to that of an eagle. When the Anunnaki appear, it is important to know they are heavenly allies supporting our healing and ascension. In the distant past, they visited the Atlantean civilization and helped those who were aligned with the spiritual path to ascend to the next dimension so that they could leave the wheel of karma. They acted as divine judges, deciding who could ascend and who had to be left behind for the growth of their soul. Those who had abused their powers had not honored the divine or valued the great gift of life they had been given had to remain for the cataclysmic ending of their civilization. For that reason, some people who have had Atlantean incarnations may fear the Anunnaki, but be assured that they are beings of infinite light working for Source. So just as my personal side note, I feel like humans, light beings, are all different. Some galactic beings are good and filled with light and they want to help, and some are not so much. I don't think you can put one into one category and say they are all good and they are all bad. But that's just my little side note. Let's see. To connect, he gives you a little quote or saying to say to them to connect to the Anunnaki. And in the reading, it says, "Great change is coming to you, but this can only occur if you are willing to shift your perception. You may be experiencing resistance to change, but please know this is simply fear of the new, not intuition. If you are wondering what is the best course of action, the Anunnaki are encouraging you to go with the new. Old systems, old ways of being, and old ways of doing things must be released if you are to evolve. Change can bring a sense of vulnerability, but will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings, gifts, and what is important to you. You are standing at a gateway of pure potential that will be ignited as soon as you move through this necessary change. Be open to new information, new processes, and new ideas. You are part of the new energy upon the earth." Well, that's lovely. And that is what I have for you. Thank you for checking in to the craft of living and, keeping abreast of my obsession, my addiction of Oracle and Tarot cards. If you are interested, as I said, of purchasing the deck, it would help me out so that I can continue to buy more Oracle decks to unbox on this channel. But thank you again for stopping by, and until we see each other again next time. Peace.